It's current, informative, educational, and it deals with the issues. It's Teacher's Time.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome once again to one of your favorite Sunday afternoon educational program, Teacher's Time, for today, the first Sunday in the month of September. In fact, it's September 7th, 2025. I am Leon Nash, and it's my birthday. Coming up in the program today, you'll be hearing excerpts from the back-to-school message of the President, preceding the full publication on Television Jamaica later this evening. Of course, we'll be presenting your package of news and views supported by your JTA with the theme Unite and Serve, and the JTA Cooperative Credit Union Limited with its mantra, serving our members, impacting lives positively. We'll return right after this.
Are you employed in the education sector but not yet a member of the JTA Co-op Credit Union? Join our family today and benefit from high returns on your savings, freedom from excessive fees and hidden charges, and the benefit of being a part owner of an award-winning credit union. At the JTA Co-op Credit Union, you're not just a member, you are family.
Welcome back. This is Teacher's Time on your Radio Jamaica 94 FM. As promised, let's now hear from JTA President Mark Malava in his back-to-school message.
Colleagues, distinguished educators, parents, students, and friends of education, good day. It is with great pride, humility, and a deep sense of responsibility that I greet you at the start of this new school year. On behalf of the Jamaica Teachers Association, I extend to you warm wishes to our principals, teachers, administrative and ancillary staff, and of course, our students, who are at the heart of all that we do. A new school year is always a special time. It is a moment filled with anticipation, fresh opportunities, and the promise of growth. I am aware that across the island, parents are excited and hopeful. Students are nervous yet eager, and teachers are already planning how best to give of themselves in service to Jamaica's children. Let us embrace this new beginning with opportunism and determination. Colleagues, as we open the doors of our school once again, I pause to acknowledge you, the men and women of the classroom, the quiet heroes of our nation. Time and again, you have proven that professionalism and dedication remains the hallmark of our calling. You are the ones who, despite the odds, continue to prepare lessons, motivate students, and give guidance. You are the ones who build character, nurture talents, and help children discover their potential. Now is not the time to stop. Stay the course. Colleagues, may I encourage you to continue to conduct yourselves with dignity and professionalism that have always defined our vocation. Jamaica's teachers have set a high standard of excellence that is recognized worldwide. In every classroom, whether in Kingston, Clarendon, Portland, or Hanover, our children look to us not only for knowledge, but for inspiration, discipline, and care. Let us continue to give our best, for our students deserve nothing less. I must also speak plainly about the challenges before us. For to call for excellence without addressing the burdens we face would not be fair to you. The first of these is wages. For too long, our teachers in Jamaica have had to bear the burden of salaries that simply do not reflect the demands of the job. Every single data out of the Ministry of Education points to the fact that our teachers are amongst the best performing teachers in this hemisphere. Colleagues, let us reflect for a moment. Wherever in the world Jamaican teachers go, whether in the boroughs of New York, the districts of London, or schools across Canada and beyond, when awards are given for excellence in teaching, it is our Jamaican teachers who so often rise to the top, standing tall and dominating those prizes. This is no accident. It is the fruit of their discipline, their creativity, and their unwavering commitment to excellence. Right here at home, we have not always celebrated them as we should. As a nation, we cheer for our sporting and cultural icons, Usain Bolt, Shelley and Fraser Price, Chris Gayle, Shaggy, heroes who carry the black, green, and gold with pride. But let us ask ourselves this question. Where is that same celebration for teachers who taught them, nurtured them, and gave them their start? The quiet heroes that hold the very fabric of this nation together. If the world can see the brilliance of Jamaican teachers, then surely Jamaica must do the same. It cannot be merely empty platitudes. Our teachers deserve proper compensation, equitable resources, and working conditions that reflect their value as nation builders. It is time, indeed long past time, that we honor our teachers with the same pride, the same passion, and the same respect. For they are not just shaping classrooms, they are shaping the future of Jamaica. Let us be clear, the ongoing negotiations are about more than figures on a sheet of paper. They are about dignity, fairness, and respect. They are about ensuring that teachers can provide for their families without sacrificing their calling to the profession. I assure you, colleagues, that your association remains resolute in its advocacy. We will continue to represent you with firmness and fairness until we reach a settlement that recognizes your worth.
And Mr. Malava is not yet done as it relates to funding education in Jamaica. He wants the imbalance in funding education to be at the top of the government's list.
Another challenge I want to put forward is the inequitable funding of education. Far too often, the quality of education a child receives depends on geography or circumstance. Some schools are well-resourced, while others struggle just to meet the basics. This imbalance undermines our commitment to equal opportunity and justice. The JTA continues to press for equity because the child in rural St. Mary is no less deserving than the child in Montego Bay, and the student in Clarendon must not have fewer chances than the student in Kingston. Equity in education, ladies and gentlemen, is non-negotiable. Whilst we commend the Ministry of Education for taking the necessary steps to commence repairs in some of our schools, too many of you face overcrowded classrooms, dilapidated buildings, and inadequate furniture. Too many students are learning in conditions that do not reflect the value this country claims to place on education. These conditions are not inconveniences, they are barriers to learning. The JTA insists that if we are serious about national development, we must first be serious about the spaces in which our children learn. Allow me here to share a simple story. A teacher in rural Jamaica recently told me about a student who came to school each day with only one exercise book, a story that is too familiar with every teacher. That one book had to serve for every subject: mathematics, English, science, social studies. The teacher, instead of being discouraged, bought a few extra notebooks from her own pocket and encouraged the student to keep striving. Today, that same student has passed all their subjects at CSEC and is preparing for university. Friends, this is the story of countless teachers across Jamaica, sacrificing quietly, giving selflessly, and changing lives one child at a time. It reminds us that while the system may fall short, the heart of the teacher continues to beat strong. Colleagues, while we speak of wages, equity, and facilities, let us never lose sight of the sacred trust placed in our hands. Our students did not create these problems. They are innocent, filled with curiosity, hope, and potential. Every day when they walk into our classrooms, they bring with them the promise of Jamaica's tomorrow. Even as we advocate, we must continue to teach with passion, to lead with integrity, and to care with compassion. I wish for every teacher, every student, and every school community a safe, successful, and fulfilling school year. Together, we will overcome, we will achieve, and we will continue to build a brighter tomorrow. I want to use this opportunity to encourage teachers who are not yet members of the JTA to join. Thank you, and may God bless you all as we continue to unite and serve.
JTA President Mark Malava with his abbreviated back-to-school message here in Teachers Time. The full recording will be available on Television Jamaica later this evening. Please join and watch it then.
It's time for News and Views.
Members, please be informed that the JTA has transitioned to a virtual membership card which will enhance security of membership information, streamline administrative processes, enable faster, more convenient access to member services, and to reduce our environmental footprint. Please complete your registration at the following link, eform.jtamail.com. Please go to the JTA website as well and register for your e-card. Upon completion of the registration process, you will receive your virtual JTA membership card via email. For further information, please email jta-content2@jta.org.jm. And JTA members, please be advised that the annual Roll of Honor ceremony for 2025 is scheduled for the Pegasus Hotel in Kingston on Wednesday, November 19 at 6 p.m. Who will be this year's recipient? That information will be available prior to the event in November, as nominations received are now being reviewed. And colleagues, especially those of you who were elected to serve in the 2025-2026 conference year, please be advised that the regular General Council meeting will take place on September 26 at 10 a.m. in the WBC Ben Hawthorne Conference Room, 97B Church Street in Kingston. Please also be advised that an evening of reflection will take place at 97B Church Street at 5 p.m. on September 26. This will precede the Memorial Thanksgiving service scheduled for the Church Teachers College Chapel on Saturday, September 27. Time to be confirmed for Patrick Smith, who departed this life. And please also be reminded that October 5 will be observed as World Teachers Day, an international day reserved to recognize and support teachers now and in the future. The Education International's theme to commemorate the day is "The Teachers We Need for the Education We Want, the global imperative to reverse the teacher shortage." On this day, the JTA, in collaboration with its Wine and Cheese Committee, will host a wine and cheese fundraising activity to garner funds to help with the JTA's Critical Illness Fund to assist needy teachers. This activity is set for Shortwood Teachers College at 6 p.m. October 5. Further details will be shared soon. And finally, coming up in Teachers Time, Sunday, September 14, 2025. Join us as we hear more excerpts from the JTA Cooperative Credit Union's recent awards ceremony, where PEP students from across the island and schools which won the JTA Cooperative Credit Union's annual Better School, Better Jamaica project were all awarded. This and so much more will be available to you in our next Teachers Time program, Sunday, September 14, 2025. Remember this though, the program is 50 minutes long and only available on this station. Before we go, here is our usual motivational thought for this week from Alvin Toffler, who reminds us that the illiterate of the future will not be the person who cannot read. It will be the person who does not know how to learn. With that, we wrap Teachers Time for this week. Please join us again on Your Radio Jamaica 94 FM next Sunday, September 14 at 4:30 p.m. when we'll have another information-packed Teachers Time program for you. I am Leon Nash. Here's wishing for you and yours a good rest of your Sunday afternoon and a wonderful week ahead. It's back to school time. Make good of the new school term and showcase your professionalism at all times.
That was Teachers Time, brought to you by the Jamaica Teachers Association, Unite and Serve, and the JTA Cooperative Credit Union Limited, serving our members, impacting lives positively.